Expo we did yesterday. We had a lot of great speakers. We had the keynote speaker, Michael Cow, that was there too from Fast Money. It was great to hear from him and interview him and learn a little bit about him. But listen, it's all about learning how to trade. And you know what? You're going into a really, really good time in the market to learn how to trade. We had a great rally in September, October, November. I know we have some students here will agree with me that there's still things that are still moving here and there. There's certain industries that are still doing very well, but it wasn't like everything was going up. You could see the Dow and the composite's been flat. We're going to check that out in the market. But what I'm here to do here is to teach you how to read the right of the chart, because everybody here needs the charts and the charts and the charts. But the thing is this, what about orders? Okay. It doesn't matter what the chart says because it's not predicated what happened in the past. It's what's indicative of the future, what we need to understand how to trade. But so before we get started, just a quick little disclaimer. I'm not going to make any guarantees or promises or anything that's going to make you guaranteed money. And if I did, I'm lying to you. I can guarantee you will die one day, and you will pay taxes even when you're dead, and stock market's not going out of business. But it varies student to student, so please be very wise. There is very high risk in trading, so please be very thoughtful and be alert getting involved into this industry. All right, so let's go into the live markets really quick, and let's just see what's going on right now. Want to bring up a stock really quick, Soons, all right, S-O-U-N, and there's a lot of things going on. You could see here as the Dow Jones, let me just bring this up really quick over here and blow this up. So you could see here from the November election, we were at 42,000. We went to 45,000. And then you could see right around here. Let me zoom in a little bit closer here for you. And then December came around. And you could see we had the November rally. This is what was really nice. This is basically August going into December. Big run up from 38,000 up to about 45. And now you can see December comes around, and now we're going through the Christmas break. Okay. And that has been the big trend. If you look over here also on the S&P futures, same thing. Big rally in November. We're at 5,100, and now we're almost at 6,100, about 20%. And you can see here, once the December came around, we're kind of flat right now. But there are stocks that are constantly moving. Okay. Plantier, doing great. We'll talk a little bit about that. Bitcoin, you could see the trend there, doing great. Boeing, NVIDIA is not doing anything, okay? Apple, that one's doing pretty good too. There's a lot of them out there, but what I want to show you is this. There are so many stocks out there that are moving. And one of them that's moving pretty well is SOUN. By the way, did anybody trade this stock, SOUN? Ever heard of it? Just out of curiosity. Can everyone just give me a chat back and let me know? Abdullah, yeah, absolutely. You're being a student. Anyone else have traded it? Jack has not heard about it. Look at this stock really quick right now. The stock since November was down here 5. It's up about 300%. And today alone, it is up. Started this morning around 14, and it went to 16. Okay. So the stock has been a huge runner up in a day. Now, my question to you is this. Why is it going up? Does anybody know the answer to that? Why is this stock going higher? If you can't answer this question, you should not be trading. Randall says there's buying. Irving says there's buyers. Okay. So we're going to look at right here is something called level 4. Okay. And if you look right here, let me get my crayons so you guys can follow along. I'm going to do some drawing here. There we go. Okay. So this is 930 down here. And then this is program trading here, here, and here. So all these orders came in at the open. And you'll notice that red line means that there was a lot of shares looking to be sold at that price. You see all these green balls? Green means buying. That means that seller in red got executed. That seller in light red got executed. That seller right there, big seller, got executed. What are those orders? What do they equal out to? Well, let me show you. Those big orders were right here. How many shares is that right there, ladies and gentlemen? How many shares are out there? Irving wrote it down to the penny. Just write 300K. Can everybody put that? Bridget, could you put 300K in there? Bill, could you put 300K, please? Chris Schwartz, just put 300K. So I know you're paying attention. All right. So 300,000 times $16 is about almost $5 million worth of stock. Okay. 5 million. Is anybody here putting bids for $5 million want to sell? Okay. By seeing there's such a big seller out there at that number, the first thing you'll think is resistance. Okay. So watch very carefully what I'm about to educate you all. All right. Because this is where the tradings will become very, very interesting. Let me erase this for you because I got too many drawers in my charts. Okay. So when you look at the chart right here, the long-term chart, you could see that 16 was a resistance levels back here on this day, right? Went all the way up to 16 and came back down. So where's it trading now? Almost at 17. What happened to 16? Well, you probably thought that was resistance. That resistance got executed. That big 300,000 share seller that was back on this day on the 9th is back there today, and that seller got executed. Now, if you used, and that's right, Juan, stock hit a Titanic, hit that big order, and boom, the thing broke right through it. Okay. That's called a breakout. How did a breakout ever happen? Breakout happened because there was a big seller out there and somebody bought it, and that's why it's going up. And that's why we're having this huge big run up on this day today. Now, my question to everybody is this. Did I lose anybody? Did anyone get lost right there? Just give me a yes or no. Yes, I lost you. No, I didn't lose you. Not lost, Irving. Damon said, Jack says lost a little bit. All good, Vinny. Abdul says no. Randall says no. So we got one person. So we'll get there. So what we've just basically learned: supply and demand, buyers and sellers. Okay, that's what you basically are witnessing right there. Now I'm going to basically go into detail of how do we utilize this data and how does it actually work. So let me clear out my drawings. Let me bring this back to normal, and let me go back to my demonstration. These are the things that we're going to basically cover: how to follow the big money, the important tools to use, how to basically understand you could utilize this on a swing trade, on a day trade, on an options trade. But it's all about understanding how to play the game of trading. Now, let me explain something to you a little bit about myself. Okay. I've been doing this for 35 years. I love trading. Okay. I've surrounded myself with some of the biggest traders in the industry. I've learned from them. They taught me things. I'm a regular speaker at NASDAQ, educating you specifically what we're talking about now. I'm going to ask everybody another question. Okay. Has any of you ever been to the New York Stock Exchange? Anybody ever been there? You know why you haven't been there? Because they don't allow you in there. Okay. Maybe outside. Would you ever, how much better of a trader would you be if you were able to walk on the floor of the exchange and hang out and see what Goldman Sachs is doing, BlackRock's doing? Okay. I mean, think about that. Guess what? You can't do that. The only way you could do that is unless you have a few $1 million to buy a seat on the floor. But let's just say hypothetically, they gave you access to pay $15 and $15 for an entry fee for 1 month. Would you do that? Would you pay $15 to have access to go on the floor of the exchange to see what everybody else is doing? Carl's got, they're all everybody's laughing. Would you pay $15 to be down there? The answer is yes or no. Okay. You jump on it, right? This is your job. You are stepping in the field of where, think about, you want to buy a car, right? And let me tell you, you ever buy a car and deal with a car dealership? Why is there so many car dealers? And why are they all trying to screw you over? And why is one guy giving you a better deal and the other one's trying to rip you off? And you don't know who to trust. But imagine you were able to go to the auction where the dealer buys the car and he marks it up and gives it to you. Well, now all you got to pay is $15 to go where he goes. Okay? Because this is your job. You're looking to buy a car. You want a deal. They're not giving you a deal. The only way you're going to get a deal is go to there. Now, I don't want to keep going on and on with this, but if you don't think what I'm about to teach you for $15, you're wasting your time. So my point is this: you can now get a seat on the exchange for $15. Okay? So this is how I got started. First of all, I'm the author of the book of How to Beat Market Makers in Their Own Game. And there has been a big article written on Forbes when I started 35 years ago about a bunch of kids tormenting Wall Street. So I'm first generation Italian. My parents came to this country and my parents came with $20 in their pocket, but they never asked for an entitlement. They never asked for anything. They worked hard. And my dad said this: son, we don't want handouts. Okay. We want to learn how to make money. And you're at a country of opportunity here. So find out what you like to do and you do whatever it takes, even if it costs you to work for free. Okay. You go find the best people in the industry and you learn from those people, whatever the cost is. And that's exactly how I got where I got here today. I've learned from the best traders on Wall Street, and I learned everything not to do. Okay. Because once you get that done, everything takes care of themselves. That's how you learn how to trade. You surround yourself with good traders. You learn the tools that they use, and that's it. Yes, Bill, I was one of the original Souls Bandits. That's right. You're looking at them. I was one. There's probably 1,000 of us now. There's a bunch of day traders. But the thing is this: to be a good trader, you got to know how to trade with professionals, and you got to surround yourself with good professionals. And it all starts, we're going to talk about right here, following the big money. That's all you need to do to keep things on a simple platform. So I want to talk about some stocks. I want to start off with Tesla. Okay. Don't tell me you never heard of Tesla before. Okay. All right. So Tesla, Fabulous 7 stock. It's been on a huge run up after the elections. Stock has already doubled in value. Some of you are like, is it too late to get in? Whatever it is, let me explain to you how trading works. Tesla, will it hit 500 in 2025? What do you guys think? Think it'll hit $500 by 2025? The rate we're going. A lot of you saying yes. Well, how do you really know that? How do you really know it could do that? Okay. Do you know? Well, that's why we ask. What you have to do is, there are other smarter and better people out there that know better than you do. You are the ants on the floor. We just want the crumbs. Okay. We're not buying tens of thousands of shares of Tesla. Okay. So we have to follow where the buyers and sellers are. And that's where it all starts. There are a lot of stocks out there that are moving in the market. And before we go to Tesla, and I show you some examples of that, there's a couple of scanners that we use when it comes to trading. First of all, where would you have made more money today? Soon's or Tesla? Okay. So Tesla, I'm going to bring it up. Tesla today is up 2%. It's up $9. It's a $427 stock. Then you have a stock like SOUN that's up 20%. It is literally almost 20 times less money, right? And percentage-wise, you would have made more money with it. What would give you less risk with more reward? Soon's or Tesla? You understand? So as a professional trader, it's not about, yeah, it's a good swing trade. It's been doing great, but there are a lot of stocks out there that you don't want to chase, right? So here's another one that moved up pretty nicely this morning. WKEY. It's up 75%. It ran from 350 up to 650. Loop. This one, I wasn't crazy about this one. Loop up 39%. How do you find these stocks? Finding them is extremely easy. We just work off our big percentage gainers and losers. And you'll see some of the big brand names in there also. But what you need to understand is following the buyers and sellers. So let's talk about that and get right into it. Okay, so let me educate you guys. Now, what you're about to see right now is going to be quite disturbing because I'm going to teach you what is called the right of the chart, not the left. The left is the past. I'm going to teach you the future, which is the right. Now, does anybody here have something called level 2 quotes? And if you do, just to let you know, they've been outdated since the 90s, okay? But just to explain to you a little bit how to read it, you got buyers, which is the bid. You got sellers that are the ask. You see all the exchanges, the New York, the NASDAQ, ECNs, the price is trading at that exchange, and how many shares at that exchange. So it is a good tool by having a game plan, but it's not showing you all the orders that are out there. It's just showing you the best buyer and the best seller at that exchange, which really kind of makes it worthless for what we're using. But it's nice. It moves. You got some blinking lights. Other than that, doesn't give you a sense of direction. Now, there is a tool, which I'm going to talk about right now, and I want to do a poll on it, is called NASDAQ Book Viewer. Now, does anybody here something have called NASDAQ Book Viewer, which I like to call level 3? Okay, so we can just do a quick poll. Just give me a yes, no, I'm not sure. I got a poll going up there right now. Let's see how you guys answer this question. All right, so now what you're seeing right here is what I started off talking about. Imagine you could walk on the New York Stock Exchange and pay $15 because that's all this costs. When I started 30 years ago, it was $1,000 just for the data a month. It cost $15. Now, I'm going to end the poll and I'm going to show you something. Look how many of you here wrote no. Trading is about a 90% failure rate, okay? 70% of you don't even have the tools to compete of what the hell's going on. So don't take this the wrong way. You're basically trading blind. You're guessing, okay? Right now, you don't even know where the buyers are, where the sellers are, and you all agreed things go up due to buyers and sellers. I'm going to show you how to read the buyers and sellers. So what you're looking at is Google, okay? The stock Google's trading, and you're seeing every buyer order out there on Google, and you're seeing every seller order out there at Google. Now, you're probably looking at this and be like, well, there's a lot of numbers. There's a lot of trades. What in the hell am I supposed to be focused on? Well, 99% of everything you see here is worthless. The only thing that is not is this. What we're going to be focusing on is something called iceberg orders, big block orders. There are buyers and sellers at every single price, You are looking at the NASDAQ exchange, which is controlled probably about 50% of the volatility on the stock. And out of the 50%, 49% of the orders are sitting right now at 182. Now, how does that help us? That's what we're going to learn. IBIT. Stocks go up, stocks go down. IBIT, you could see, came down, stopped, and went right back up. And now we're trading at a price of, we went from 54 up to 56. Now, why did it stop at 54? Why didn't it stop at 50? What made it stop at 54? And the answer is buyers. If a stock's going down, it's going to hit a support level. What makes a support level? Buyers. When you look down here, which I know is hard to see, there, it's the same thing this right here. There are 330 orders out there at 123,000 shares at $54. Now, there are buyers at every price level. You got 1,000 share buyers, 1,500, but the 6-digit number is not only at 54, but you had another 2,600 shares sitting, 26,000 sitting at 53.99. So you're talking almost 150,000 shares hovering right at 54. Now, let me ask everybody a question. How do stocks go up and go down in the market? Let's see if you all can answer this question. How do stocks go up and go down? You could just write B&S or S&D. That's it. Supply and demand, buyers and sellers. Okay? So you see a big buyer out there. When you see a big buyer out there and the stock is going down, in theory, what should happen? It should go up. So did that seem complicated? Did that seem difficult? I don't think so. All right. So let's look at another example. Let's look at Google hitting that resistance levels, the one I showed you earlier. Stock goes from 183, goes all the way to 185, comes down immediately when it hits 185, hovers here on 184, hovers, and boom, it goes to 182. Why did it stop at 185? Because there was 87,000 shares, 340 shares out there on the sell side. Now, as a good trader, you need to know where the street is. Okay, I'm sorry. I meant Wall Street. Not where the street is, but where Wall Street is. Wall Street is where Goldman, Merrill, algorithms, dark pools, everything that you think about, AI orders, program trading. You need to know, where are these big orders going? That's where the biggest order is. So if you own Google and you bought it at 80 through 183, and you know you're coming up to a big iceberg order at 185, but you really want to make 186, I don't think you should be focusing on 186 because somebody on TV said so, or because an indicator said so. What said so was the 87,000 share seller. That's what said so. Let's get a couple more examples. PLTR going up. Everyone want a stock going up, you're like, okay, I'm making money, making maybe a lot, but nothing goes up forever. What is going to make this stock go down? And don't tell me the CEO saying something stupid. Okay, someone told me that the other day. Okay. What is going to make this thing go down? Sellers, right? Okay. Now, do you see any sellers on this chart? Yes or no? No. No. So what the hell is this going to do for me? Besides, we're breaking all-time highs on it. The only thing that's going to help us and not get caught in a stock and do this is knowing where the buyers and sellers are. Now, the stock is trending down after making a big run up, and we're coming up to a very big buyer at $71 for 155,000 shares. Okay. So what do you think is going to happen when we get down to that support level? Hits it, goes right back up to 73. That's what drives a stock to go up and go down. Not what happened in the past, but what happened in the future. Here's another example. Tesla. Whatever goes up is going to come down. And the question is, oh my God, I missed this big run up. Now it's coming down, but I don't know where to buy it. I don't want to buy it too soon. Well, the way you don't buy it too soon is you don't buy it now. You buy where the buyers are. And the buyer's at 380 for 111,000 shares. And there are over 1,000 orders that make up that 111,000 shares because that's where they are on the buyer's column right there. Here's the buys. Here's that order. That's this order right here. That's what you got to look at. Now, what's what happens when we change the slide? What happens when we get there with that big buyer of $42 million? Hits it, goes up to 392. And where we are right now on Tesla? $430. That's the power of trading. Now, I'm going to ask everybody another question. Did I lose anybody yet? Because there's still some people that did not answer. Not yet? No? Good. Gene, you getting it well? Good. Perfect. Damien's got a big capital. No. I like it so far, Carl's saying. Good. So let's get something straight. Trading does not work on supports and resistance levels, okay? You can't have a support level unless you have the buyers out there. You can't have resistance levels unless you got sellers out there. We break supports and resistance levels all the damn time. And the only way you're going to confirm it is less those support levels that were in the past, if those same buyers that were in the past are there in the future. And you can't have resistance levels, in the future, in the past, unless those sellers are out there in the future. And that's why people get caught up and don't sell out soon enough. They hold their winner. They sell their winners too soon, and they sell their losers too long. They hold on too long. Getting back to Tesla again. Big pop on it. All right. Where's resistance on Tesla? Gotta follow the orders. Big seller out here at 408. Game plan is you got a nice profit. We're always looking to take profits. What happens when we hit that resistance levels? Goes to 408, drops down to 400. You see, the thing is this. You're going to have support resistance levels at every price level. But what I didn't show you yet, because we know Tesla's not at that price number anymore, it's actually higher. Sometimes we get these breakouts. Sometimes someone goes out there and will buy that 100,000 shares. Like, oh, you want to sell it? Well, thank you very much. I'll take it off your hands. And you'd be like, damn, did I sell it too cheap? Did anyone listen to the presentation from Michael Coe? Did everyone see that? The presentation yesterday? You loved it. Remember when he was talking about that we have it recorded, and actually we just posted him today. Remember he was talking about like he was a specialist on the floor, and he thought he was getting a good deal on some of the trades, and because he was a specialist of that specific stock of Tyco. Remember he was talking about it, and he's like, you know what? I'm not some dummy, but something's going on here. He's like, this is kind of weird. And all of a sudden he got caught holding the bag. Somebody played him, and sure enough, was just thinking like, it was like a la la land, like, this is supposed to be great, whatever. And it's like, It's kind of weird. Why are these people wanting to sell the stock to me like this? You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, he made a phone call and took a loss immediately because he knew something wasn't kosher. All right. And then he got the phone call back and the guy apologized to him that he got him out, a little bit lower. And he says, thank you to God that you did. All right. Got to watch the interview. And because he knew being that something wasn't kosher, got out, took his loss. And if he didn't get out, that stock would have been not even a $200,000 loss for him. It would have been I think he said it would have been a $2 million loss. Okay. So it's all about following the orders. All right. And that's what we teach. Listen, there's been a big run up to AI stocks too. I don't want to go over this over and over again, but certain industries are moving, everything is moving, but they're all predicated on having a game plan. Okay. You will find iceberg orders at every price level on any stock out there. And I'm going to go out there and show you, because just like in this AI stock, boom, you hit 45 and the thing goes back down to 40. All because of that one reason. Now, who here would like to sample this unbelievable seat on the NASDAQ exchange for $15? Listen, I don't work for NASDAQ. I don't get paid by them. I am only here to kind of advise you that if you want to know how to play the game, if you want to know why you're selling things too soon and you're holding them in too long, this is what you need to do. I want everybody to email me right now at Fausto, if you have not done this already, c2trading.com. So open up your inbox right now while it's fresh in your mind. Here it is, right here. And I want you to type in my name, Fausto, at c2trading.com, and just write in NASDAQ book. And please write your name so I know exactly who you are. I don't like calling you by, there's some people's names in here as a phone number, and whatever it may be. Just give me your name, say, please send me Fausto. And if you want to leave me anything else, a comment, whatever, question, I answer all my questions. And then just hit send. All right, there we go. So send me that email. I just got my email back. Here's my email. You see it? It says Fausto, NASDAQ book. Send me that email now while it's fresh in your mind. And I'm going to send you 2 videos. Number 1, how to get it. And number 2, how to set it up. Okay. I am not going to send you to the NASDAQ website because you'll end up downloading the wrong one. You're not going to know what the hell you're looking at. You're probably going to buy the more expensive one because you think it's better. And you got to make sure I send you to the right spot. All right. I was approved $15, but when I tried to get it 15, it's still, I still don't get it for 15. I don't understand what that means, Juan. I just got approved $15, but when I tried to get it for 15, I don't know what that means. You shouldn't have any problem getting it. That's right through NASDAQ exchange. Email me back and I'll see what your issue is. Okay. But you could always message them, Juan. Okay. So I see some people are writing in there. Chris, I got your registration. See what I'm talking about. Manuel sent me. His name is Electric Man. See, I don't want to call you Electric Man. See what I'm saying? I'll show you right now. See, you say you wrote it. You're Electric Man, but there's your name. That's exactly what I want to see. There you go. I see you guys all emailing me now. Stefan, Paul, Roy, Carl, I got yours. Good. NASDAQ, really nice. I'd like to attend your cyber trading summit. It's nice that he's here at the end of the year. No problem. We'll send you that link also. All right. But here you are having the opportunity to sit online, to walk on the floor of the exchange because you want to buy Tesla or you want to buy NVIDIA and you just want to make sure that you're not paying, all this extra money for when you could get it cheaper. You know what I mean? You don't want to sit outside the exchange and have a broker that says, oh, you want to buy NVIDIA? Okay, let me come back. Where you want to buy? Okay, I'll come back and I'll be back here in 5 minutes. Okay, I'll tell you where you bought it. We'd be like, well, why can't I just go myself and buy it? Oh, you got to pay $15, but they don't tell you that. Okay, they don't tell you that, but I'm telling you that. Thomas, I got yours. See what I'm saying? Some professional. I got yours. Paul, I got yours too. Vinny. Look, oh, good. Everyone's emailing me now. Please forward it to me. Good. I love it. This is what I want to see. We got over 100 people in here. I should be getting 100 emails. Okay. Well, some of you already have it. So it's in Canada, Chris. Who told you can't get it in Canada? Of course you get it in Canada. You could trade U.S. stocks. Chris. All right. All right, let's move on. Do I lose anyone? Did I lose anybody yet? Most people said no. All right. So now that you know a little bit about NASDAQ level 3, now let me talk about level 4, because there is a level 4. Level 4 has everything level 3 has, but it has a heat map on it. So I briefly just want to kind of show you just really quick what it is. Is there any stock anybody wants me to look at? Any stock out there? Well, okay, we'll look at Tesla. Okay. Tesla. There we go. Oops. All right. So Tesla has been having a great November and December. Okay. You could see it went from 350. Now it's up here at 427. Now you could see today it hit a support levels at 416, hit a resistance levels here at 430. How do we not know that? If we didn't have that game plan, now it went down to 422, which is a big difference. So I'm going to bring up Tesla. And I'm going to see where the orders are. So we're going to look at the right of the chart. Okay, now as it's getting the data, there's a lot of data what comes along with this one. And let me change this to about 3 hours. I'm going to go back. I only have an hour data. I'm going to get 3 hours. So you could see here on these are all the orders that are going on in the future right now. Okay, these are all the orders right here on the right hand side. This is the current order book, and these are all the orders. You got 160,000 sitting here at 450. You got some orders sitting here at 430, and you have a couple of big orders here at 420 and right here. So you kind of get a sense of an idea where the orders are. Now, when I zoom out, there were a lot of orders here at 430. And you could see how it basically went up, hit it, and now it came back down. And it hit this big order around 420. Never wanted to get down there because there's a lot of them out there. And then you could see that the same order that was there is now starting to come over here, and now the order's starting to add in. So you could see the trading pattern of the stock right now is you saw here at 9:30 in the morning, the buyers were there at 4:15, and the sellers were out there at 4:30. So let's get back to the chart. And what was the stock doing today? There's your support levels at 415. So if you saw in pre-market, if you got at 415, there's your resistance levels around the 430. That's about 15 points. $15 times, oh, well, let me do this real quick. Hold on. If you bought 100 shares times 415, oops, sorry about that. 100 shares times 415 equals $41,000. Okay. 41,000 Write this down on a piece of paper. Okay, I'm going to clear this out. So if it went up 15 points times 100 shares, you made $1,500. $1,500 times 5 days a week is 7,500 times 52 weeks a year is about 400,000. If you just made half that, right? Let's say you made 7 points. You made half that run. You still made 200,000. If you made half that, it's still 100,000. Who doesn't want that job? Right? Who doesn't want that job? You didn't have to make the full 15. You could have just made a quarter of that and still did well in trading. Why? Just by knowing where the buyers and sellers are. Okay. Now I'm going to do one more stock, and then I'm going to show everybody, because I'm going to tell you something even better what to do that I'm going to offer all of you. All right. By the way, isn't this awesome? Isn't how easy this is? You know what the hardest thing about trading? The greed, the discipline. People are like, yeah, but what about going to 450? Like I was watching TV right now early this morning, and they're saying, oh yeah, Bitcoin's going to 800,000, 250,000. You know what? I don't know. Did I see anybody out there selling at those numbers? That's what you got to look at. All right. Let's do one more. One more stock. Somebody had to see. Let's look at one of you guys asked me CMCI. How about NVIDIA? Right? You hear about NVIDIA all day long. Let's check out NVIDIA. Let me X out of this. X out of this. Is NVIDIA. All right. Let's go back 3 hours. Go back further. NVDA. So NVIDIA, you got big resistance levels here, getting close to 150. You getting some support levels. It's been trending down. Stock's not been looking too good. People still big fans of it. You know, is it going to come back? Is there an opportunity to buy it? You can see it's hovering here right around this 133. Okay, well, is it really 133? I don't know. You tell me. See the buyers here. Big sellers, 1.6 million to 150. 800,000 at 145. You got some buyers here at 132 and 130. I mean, not as big as this guy here at 150, right? But I've not seen any buyers after 130. 120, 110. There's no one out there. But you sure see them out there around 145 and 150, right? Where did we say? There's your 130. We're almost there. We break that. Oh, yeah, it does look like it's going to go lower, because probably go all the way down to 115. But is there anybody down there at 115? I'm not seeing anybody at 115 either. So this stock really here has got some major problems. It gets past this low right here. So let's think about this for a second. How many of you here know or own NVIDIA? And like, hey, it's NVIDIA. NVIDIA. It's not going to happen. Okay, but what makes you know more than what the street owns? Okay, you could always buy it back cheaper. It happened with Amazon. Amazon had a big drop here. Major resistance levels at 200. We'll come back. But why hold it when you could have bought it at 155? Because it went all the way down to 155, and it went up to now it's up to 220. You see, it was like, yeah, but if I sold it, you know, if I sold it, look where it is today. Yeah, but why not buy it back cheaper? If you know your house is worth $1 million, and you know that your house value is going to drop in the next, today, and you could buy back your house for 500, knowing that your house is worth 1.5, and just something bad just came out and you're just trading it, why not short your house and buy it back? It's the same crap. That's what trading is all about. All right. Now, who here wants to learn more about how to use level 3, how to use level 4, and most importantly, see us how we trade these stocks all day long? Well, this is what I want to do. I want to invite all of you here. First of all, is to follow me on my YouTube channel, my Instagram, everything else. So could everyone just post up this link? Everyone just click on that link really quick. Click on that link and subscribe to the channel. You see that little button right there in the middle? Click on that right here. Subscribe. Get our alerts. We post every day. Get our watch lists. Get our videos. We already got 3,600 videos out there, but don't worry about it. You're not going to watch them all, okay? We got some nice shorts. We got some nice lives. We got podcasts. We got videos, okay? Actually, we're live right now. Some of you are watching live right now. That means right there. We're on live on YouTube right now. Subscribe it. Instagram. I got great shorts on that. TikTok. Telegram. You want our alerts? We're going to give that to you all for free, okay? Go out there, subscribe to it, take care of that. Now, for the ones that want to take it to that next level and say, you know what, Fausto, I already do this. I'm already subscribed. I want to come into the trading room. Well, before I do that, this is why Cyber Trade University, which, by the way, you'll never hear this from any other school, we're endorsed and sponsored by more brokerage firms than any school in the industry. Benzinga, NASDAQ, Metastock, Charles Schwab. I've done presentations and sponsored by all of them. And that's just to name the big ones. Forget about the small ones. All right. We also probably have the best rating than any school in the industry. Go read the reviews and what we've done with our students. Okay. Don't trust me, trust them. After doing this for 35 years. ChatGPT ranked us best school in the industry. Okay. Want to ask AI? Ask AI. Look how we compare to Warrior Trader, Investors Underground, all these other educational schools out there. All right. But if you want to not, worry about that, you want to sign up, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to invite everybody to have access to our trading room. And all it's going to cost you is $9. Okay. This is just an application fee to give you 1 full week on how to trade, how we get in and out of stocks from 7:30 in the morning Eastern to 4:30 in the afternoon. That's it. All it's going to cost you is $9. Now, some people look at it like, wait a minute. Does that sound like a lot? Like, no. So here you are having a seat on the exchange for $15. Imagine now for $9, you could see it live all day long. Now, here's our trading room. Let me bring it up. If I can find it. Oh, here we are. Here's our professional trading room. And the first thing I looked at is like, this looks pretty complicated. No, well, let me just show you really briefly what we're going to do. Here's all our instructors at Cyber Trade University. Here are all our traders. Here's our alert service. We're going to post in here. You're going to get alerts. Here's all our chat that we're doing. Here's a stock that we're trading right now. We're showcasing the TradeStation platform. Here's the matrix. We're seeing all those orders out there. So everybody here is going to get a walkthrough. Okay. Everybody here is going to talk to an education advisor. Okay. And when you book and lock in that rate, you're going to book an appointment. We're going to walk you through it. We're going to give you a couple of videos. Let me show you all the stuff that you're going to get for $9 because you're going to get a lot of stuff right here that we're going to give you. Let me move this back right here. So you're going to get live commentary with me and with Josh and the other instructors. You're going to get access to the full chat board of what we're getting in and getting out of, why we're in. You're going to get images of buyers and sellers. You're going to get access to all the podcasts that we've done. You're also going to get workshops. These are all the good things you're going to get. And the biggest and best thing of them all, you're all going to be able to talk to me on the phone. I'm going to give every one of you a coaching class for that $9. Let me tell you why. I don't need your $9. Okay. The $9 just tells me that you're a real person, that you're serious. And I feel like, you know what? If you're not going to invest $9, you're not going to invest anything. I'm not looking for free people, because if you're looking for free stuff, I'm warning you right now, you're better off start interviewing stockbrokers. Okay. It's a 90% failure rate. Why would you get into this industry? So what I'm looking for is traders I could teach that could be part of my team, so we could trade together and work together as a team. But it comes a time where we have to have that conversation to see if you're really qualified to do it or not. It's like going and seeing a doctor. Would anybody here would want to get surgery without getting confirmation from the doctor and says, hey, listen, you really don't need it? Oh, no. I read all this. I read all this stuff on Google. By the way, any of you ever get sick before and start looking up stuff on Google, you'll drive yourself crazy. You'll be like, oh my God, I had that. Oh my God, I need surgery. Imagine, like, I got to go to the hospital, get surgery because apparently I have this pain in an area of my back and it didn't. Wouldn't you want to consult a doctor first? Why are you trying to pretend to be your own doctor? I know I'm trying to really doesn't kind of make sense, but we've all done it. But we all know the right truth. We're not going to go jump on an operating table because we figure it out on our own. We're going to go consult a doctor and make sure and be like, yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Well, there's no difference between being a doctor or being a mentor and being a trader, because let us make the decision before you go out there and start trading in the market, because some of you are going to invest a lot of money. Some of you are retired. Some of you, have IRAs. Why are you going to go out there and try to figure it out on your own when you could just pick up the phone and just talk to me and I tell you exactly what you're doing? What would be so cool? Just jump into the trading room and figuring it out first. So what you need to do right now is click on that link or pick up your phone, scan the QR code, and just get registered. Peter, thanks everyone. C2, whatever I rather transfer. I saw my whole portfolio cash out. I waited a few days and started with Schwab. Well, Peter, once again, don't worry. A couple of questions do come up here and they all ask me this. Don't worry about opening up a brokerage account. That's the least of your problems right now. Okay. Don't worry about, how much money you need. You know how much money you need to trade? $9. I know that sounds ridiculous. And, like, what does that mean? Just take the $9 first. Let us do your consultation, get through it. We're not going to charge you any more after a week. You don't have to be there for a whole week. You don't have to be there for a day. Just pay the $9 right now, and we'll worry about that later. My trial expires today. The book alone was worth more than $9. Well, like I told you, you can pay me $45 on, buying the book on Amazon. But yeah, you're going to get the book for free. And by the way, you know what? Anybody here that does sign up, I'm going to give you my book for free. How about that? Okay. A couple of shout outs really quick right here. I want to do a quick shout out. Sir Fran, is that your from Virginia? I hope I didn't mangle your name. But welcome aboard. I got your registration. Vincent King from New York. Looks like you're right out not too far from us here. Oh, you're in Rye. You ever go to Frankie and Johnny's out there? Very good friends with the family up there, Vincent. Great state. You've been there? I've been there a few times. Good. I'm glad you've been up there. Great steakhouse. What else we got here? Tell what you call it. Let's see. I got a couple of you registering right now. Thomas, I got yours registration. I don't know where you're from another country. I don't know what that CZE country code is, but is that Czechoslovakia? I don't even know exactly. All right, good. Yep, check. That's what I thought. All right. Just looking over here, who registered? Michael, I got your registration. What else I got here? Lance, I see you just registered. There you go. By the way, Vin, when you go up to Frank and Johnny's, when you talk to Voss, the owner, tell him that you just attended one of my events. All right, and he'll take care of you. All right, everyone. Listen, $9. You're going to get all this good stuff right here. The live trading room, the workshops, the Traders Talk library, and you're going to get a coaching class. And I'm going to give you my book for free. All right. On top of that, everything. And listen, just think about that. I just showed you. We'll look at another one. You guys want to look at another stock? I'll look at another stock for you if you guys want. I mean, I got about 5 minutes. AV. Oh, that one, we trade that one. That was a pretty good one this morning. Let me bring that one up. Let's see what the stock is doing. AVGO, right? Okay. So it's a little on the expensive side. Stock had good earnings. I know we were looking at this morning. We're from 206, had a really nice move. Once the market opened up, it's kind of like not going anywhere. But let's go check and see what the game plan is on it. All right. So let me bring this up here. Let me just make some room. AVGO. See what we got going on here. See what the orders are. Okay. We got a lot going on with this stock right here. So go back a little bit further. So you could see right now, you got a lot of orders hovering here around 220, 222, and 225. You got 100,000, 90,000, and 79,000 right there. And you could see just looking at it from this morning, we're almost there. We almost got all the data. Almost done. Okay. So you can see here when the market opened up, you see how it started right here around 214 and it went all the way up to these iceberg orders. Program trading kicked in. Look at all those lines right there. They're still sitting there. So that's where you're having a big issue. You're having a major resistance levels because you got a lot of orders. So you're wondering like, wait a minute, why did it go to 220, 230? They were saying on TV it was going to go higher. Got great earnings. Why did it stop? Why did it stop here? Why did it keep going? And that's the reason why. Now, let me put this in perspective. Let's add a stochastic. Let's add an RSI. Let's order a Shanken, whoever that guy is. A Bollinger Band. Anything else? A MACD. All right. Now you tell me, does that help you figure it out? Or did this help you figure it out? Which one was easier? The top or the bottom? Door number one or door number two? All right. Which one helped you? Which one was easier? Guess what? For $9, you're going to learn how to read door number two and not the thousands that you spent, not even in dollars, but in hours understanding all this crap. Okay. All right. Couple more shout outs really quick. I got a couple of people that just registered again. Paul from New Jersey, Neptune, New Jersey. He's got your registration. Peter S. from London, Ontario. Beautiful town. I took the ferry down from there, coming from Long Island. Beautiful area in London up there. What else we got? Manuel from Virginia. It's got your registration. Traders, it's $9. I mean, we have over 100 people here. I only got about 30 people that registered for. I know we got some students here. What do you have to lose? Okay. A couple of questions came across here. Can I start on Monday? Absolutely. Some people just messaged me in an email. Fausto, I'm going to be away. Could I lock in and start on, after Christmas? Absolutely. You know what? It's fresh in your mind. Just go out there and just register now. Just book your appointment and we could always just change it. Very important. There's 5 questions we're going to ask you. Please let us know a little bit about you. Who trained you? What kind of trading you are? A little bit of all that good stuff, because that's only going to help us again. There's the link again. There's a QR code and there's a link. Abdul, thanks, by the way, for coming here. By the way, you have your chat to host and panel so nobody can read it. All right. Any other questions, fellow traders? No problem, Jack. You're more than welcome. Did you register, Jack? I don't know if I saw you coming across. Oh, I forgot to mention, I got one big bonus to also tell you. If you're not happy, I'll give you $9 back. Okay. Do I look like I need $9? I'm just looking for serious traders, put a little skin in the game, and know that you're serious or not. That's all it is. Okay. Listen, if you're in there just for 1 hour in the power hour from 9:30 to 10:30, you'll fall off the charts. Think about this. Everybody here that I asked, unless you were a student of mine, had no idea of the stock soons. Oh, by the way, let me change. This thing's giving me a headache. These indicators. How do people read this stuff? Technical analysis paralysis. That's what it basically is. All right. I mean, if you just came in the morning, you told me you couldn't make like $9 on Soons. Even if you came in at 10:30, even if you came at 11, come on. Why is it going up? That's what it's about. Ron, I love that. I love that comment. And you guys should be reading that. I've been a lifetime member for over 10 years, but I haven't been using it for many years. Look like the indicators on the screen with the bubbles makes me wonder how to get it. Well, like I told you, we're going to cover that stuff when we hear. Right. You need the right information. Definitely need the right information when it comes to trading. All right, traders, listen, I got to go. I want to get back with my traders. There's a lot going on. Market is down a little bit, but there are some stocks that are moving. But the thing is, there's certain things you got to know how to play the game, and the game is got to follow the orders. Supply and demand, buyers and sellers will run the market, not Mr. Fibonacci, not a MACD, not everything else. Get registered, take the $9, money back guaranteed. I'll email all of you the ones that are looking to get the book map and the book and my personal book. You're going to automatically get it if you already registered for it for the $9. But if you think not $15 expensive, you think $9 expensive, try ignorance. Okay. All right, traders. Thanks for listening. Here's our link one more time. For some of you who didn't get it, QR code, scan it with your phone, or just click on the link right there. All right, fellow traders. And make sure you book your appointments a little early. I would probably recommend maybe 2-3 days later after you're in the room. You need it. Listen, you want to see a couple of things going to happen in the market. The first time you might be a little confused when you do your consultation with one of our education advisors. They're going to tell you what to look for and point everything out. And then when you start seeing it, the feel of it, you're going to learn. But try to be there mainly the first hour or the last hour. Those are the two best times to be there. Middle of the day, I know some people work, but depending on if you're West Coast, East Coast, power hour is the first hour and the last hour. All right. Couple last minute shout outs. I just got the registration from Mark Carr from Sun Beach, Texas. Welcome aboard. Hanoko, got your registration from Hawaii. Welcome aboard. Hopefully it's not too early over there. And Juliet, got your registration from Chicago. Welcome aboard. All right. Thanks, everybody, for coming. I will see you all in the trading room. And if you didn't register for cyber trading, listen, maybe it's not the right time. I get it. But remember, let me leave you off with this one thing. You have to learn before you can earn. All right. Happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas. And I'll see you all in the trading room. Thanks for listening.